An island where such a display of natural disaster occurred that perhaps you have never seen before today. But the satellite has recorded that scene. Whether it is the scene of a plane crash in the dense forests of Siberia, the mystery of this square shape made in the middle of the Sahara Desert, or the thousands of colorful wells made at a remote location on the Somalian coast. Our world is filled with such astonishing and unique places that we cannot even see from the ground. Today we will reveal 10 such hidden locations, and as always, we will also try to explain these strange locations. Viewers, let's start with a unique island. About 1,200 kilometers southeast of Japan, in the Pacific Ocean, there is a small island named Iwo Jima. In World War II, a battle took place on this island between Japan and the USA, the traces of which are still scattered here today. But what we want to show you is that if we look at the 2005 satellite image on Google Earth, then on the west coast of this island, about 200 meters away from the shore, some stones can be seen in the water. But if we look at the fresh satellite image, the sea has receded, and what earlier looked like stones are actually shipwrecks. In the last 20 years, the shipwrecks that were 200 meters away from the shore have now come onto dry land. These were U.S. Navy ships that were destroyed in 1945 during the war. But the question here is, when due to global warming, the sea level is rising all over the world, why has the sea level decreased at Iwo Jima Island? Tell me in the comments why this is happening at Iwo Jima. Now let's move to the next location. In Russia's far northeast region, in the deserted forests of Siberia, a river named Alanyok flows. On the bank of this river, there is an oxbow lake, meaning a lake that was once part of the river itself. If we zoom near this lake, in the middle of the forest, the wreckage of a plane crash can be seen. From the satellite image, it appears as if the plane made a crash landing after tearing through the trees of the forest. It looks like a twin-engine Antonov An-30. After searching in the Bureau of Aircraft Accidents archives, it was found that on June 2, 2022, an Antonov An-30 took off from Yakutsk Airport and was supposed to go to Olyuk Minsk. It had 6.5 tons of cargo and 7 crew members on board. But about 15 kilometers before Olyuk Minsk Airport, its fuel ran out and both engines stopped. The pilot was forced to make a crash landing over the forest. Fortunately, all crew members survived the accident. However, the plane was so badly damaged that it could not be repaired. In the Pacific Ocean, south of New Zealand, there is an island called Auckland Island. Next to this island, there is another island with a very strange name. Disappointment Island. But why such a strange name? Research shows that in the 18th and 19th centuries, whale hunting was very common in this region of the ocean. People from England used to travel here, especially near Antarctica. During the long journeys, their food, water, and wood would run out. When they saw this beautiful island from a distance, they thought of stopping here to rest and refill supplies. But after traveling hundreds of miles, when they reached here, the reality appeared. There were no lakes, no springs, no trees, and no food. On top of that, the cold winds were so strong that it was impossible to stay here. That is why whoever came here returned disappointed. Since then, this island has been called Disappointment Island. Now let's move to China. In the northwest region of China, there is an autonomous region named Xinjiang Uyghur. There is only desert and barren land as far as the eye can see. While exploring on Google Earth, a very large facility was found here. But the surprising thing is not the facility in such a remote area, but the 2 stones as large as football fields lying here. At first glance, these stones appear to cast shadows downward. But when we look at the shadows of other objects in the facility, they are in the opposite direction. So it was revealed that this is actually an optical illusion. These are not stones but two giant sinkholes. To see the power of nature live, there is no better place than La Palma Island in Spain. In the Atlantic Ocean near the West African coast, there are islands under Spain's administration. Around 100,000 people live on La Palma Island. In the satellite image of August 17, everything looked normal. But just 2 days later, a nearby volcano erupted. The entire city was buried under a thick layer of volcanic ash. In Saudi Arabia, in the middle of the Arabian Desert, a strange square-shaped mark has been seen. Its length is about 400 meters. There appears to be an entrance on one side, suggesting that someone once lived here. Looking at historical satellite data, structures or camps can be seen here in 2007. This means it was built in 2007. It is likely related to oil exploration teams. Now let's move to Lake Oroville in the USA. Due to severe drought in California, the lake dried up. A crashed SUV was revealed. On the Somalian coast, thousands of circular holes can be seen. These are wells dug by locals. They are used to stop groundwater and extract salt. This is a 2023 image of a Ukrainian airbase. The plane is a Tupolev Tu-95 bomber. The black circles on it are actually old tires used for camouflage. In the Sahara Desert, there is a beautiful geological formation. It appears to be an ancient volcano. We hope you liked this video. See you in the next amazing video.